Okay, louder. I'm a strange bird. I'm a elected official who doesn't like talking about himself, so I've been told I have to get used to this. The Kelley family ancestral homeland is in West Park, and that's where my grandfather built the house, where my father grew up. He was one of 6. Of those 6 children, 4 of them purchased homes and raised their families in West Park. My father was one of the 2 that moved around. Right around that time is when things changed for us as a family.
Eventually, things were not good. My husband lost his job. He had a drinking problem, which he never admitted to. He was out of work for a couple of years, more than that. He also left us. I was losing the house. Obviously had nothing at all. There were many times when there wasn't food in the house. People anonymously left grocery bags for us. There's nothing harder to do than to accept that. If it weren't for my children, I couldn't have.
My father lost his job, went on public assistance, and our home was foreclosed upon. My father died, and my family was there to move us back to Cleveland, and it happened in a very short window of time. When I graduated from college, I was, you see the world around you, things aren't great, and you want to do something. I volunteered to be part of this Jesuit Volunteer Corps. And it's a domestic social service type of program. You get like a stipend to live on. And I worked at the Westside Catholic Center.
When I graduated from college, I was a Jesuit volunteer, and I came to Cleveland, Ohio, and I worked at St. Pat's on Bridge Avenue as a meals coordinator for the homeless program there. And that first Sunday, we went to St. Pat's for Mass, and we met a whole bunch of people from the community. So that's where I met Kevin, was in church at St. Pat's, my first Sunday in Cleveland.
He approaches everything like at home like a public servant.
He's just always like happy to be, I just feel like I'd be so tired. But he's always up, he's always helping everybody, and he's always happy.
When we were kids, we didn't really realize how hardworking he was. It was never a big deal because he was always at every single sporting event, and anything that we did, he was there for.
I think it was 4th grade, and I made 1 basket the entire season, and he still tells the story.
I made 3 baskets in 1 season. 1 foul shot, too.
I played soccer for probably 5 years, and I actually never scored a goal. But one day at the end of the game, I was like, Dad, did you see that goal I scored? And he immediately jumps in. He's like, oh my God, that was so awesome. I'm so proud of you. Because he was just so ready to be supportive. Didn't even happen. Sorry, Dad.
I consider myself extremely fortunate to be married to the woman I'm married to. Having 5 daughters, she is a role model that they need. She is a role model for women. I went back to law school when we had kids but she went back to school as well when we had 5 kids, and she earned her nursing degree and showed our kids that education matters, hard work matters, accomplishing goals matter. She graduated and she was hired, and then COVID-19 hit. And of everything that you hear and all the stressors that COVID-19 causes, it really hits those frontline workers the hardest. I truly enjoy coming home at the end of the day. Coming home to my wife, coming home to my kids. This is what makes me happy. If there's anything I've learned from all the jobs that I've been in, it's all advocacy. People ask me, going from social work to law. To me, that's social work, you help people work through systems that are complicated and you try to get different results. The same thing with the legal system. You help people get to the result that they might not otherwise know how to get. Elected office is the same thing.
He's not a politician, he's a public servant. And I don't like that phrase politician because I think it has a negative connotation. And what he truly is a public servant, and that's what he's doing. He's not, he's serving the public in the best way that he knows how every day.
To be council president, you have to lead, you have to communicate, you have to organize, you have to build coalitions. Cleveland is made up of neighborhoods, and it's made up of neighborhoods working together and being successful. If we love the city, we'll put aside egos, we'll put aside politics, and we'll focus on what do we want to create a great city. My hope is that we can really, as a community, make a decision that we're going to invest in place and we're going to invest in people. We're going to invest in the people that are currently here, and that's going to bring us to the next level. That's going to get us to where we really realize our potential and be the Cleveland that we all know we can be. And we just really have to just capitalize on the assets that we have. We have to invest in what we have, and we have to make sure that my kids and everybody's kids end up looking at Cleveland as a place where they see their future.
Everything you go through makes you what you end up being. And I think, just hopefully he will just keep growing and growing in that way. As I say, it's not done yet. He's not done yet.